Day Eve. All right, y'all. Why I wake up and I check my YouTube, okay, because y'all know I'm always on YouTube, right? But I wake up, check my YouTube, and I see a video from the news station, the local news station here in Houston. Oh, before I get started, what's up, you guys? Happy Thursday Eve, okay? It's your girl Sunshine here, back at you with another video. All right, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then subscribe, okay? Okay, hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. All right. And yeah, let's get into it. So, if you're not local to Houston, then you probably won't know this person that I'm going to talk about. But Darius, I didn't know his name was Darius Williams. Okay. The news station, I forgot which news it is because I don't watch no news other than YouTube news. So, I don't even know. But the news was talking about Darius Wilson crying on his social media live, complaining about the children, and that he teach in the school. I didn't even know he was a teacher. Okay, do y'all know Darius? You probably don't know Darius Williams. You probably know Darius Cooks or just Darius. You probably know him by that. Now, if you don't know, okay, let me fill you in. So Darius he does a lot of like restaurant reviews. He goes in restaurants and he eats there, and he tells you like his review of the restaurants. He goes in like all states, okay? It's not just Houston. Most of his stuff is based out of Houston. And yes, I have this SF shirt on, but I don't work for them. So I used to work for them, but let me try to get it out the view here. But so I didn't even know he was a teacher. So apparently he's not like a regular teacher, like a math teacher, science, stuff like that. He teaches like the one of the, what you call them, extracurricular courses, but they didn't tell what extracurricular course he teaches. But apparently school just started. Okay, I know in South Carolina school started last week. So I'm not sure when school started. If it started here in Houston, I'm not sure if it started this week or when. But I'm just like, what? So he's on there crying, y'all. Okay, crying, saying that the children aren't smart. They're dumb. They don't know how to read. And I'm thinking, of course children can act like that or can be like that. Of course you're going to get the majority of that. If to me, in my opinion, and so it sparked controversy because the news station is saying that now the school board has interfered because I guess they're trying to figure out where to go with this, because he went on social media and he expressed how he feel, and then now it looks like, is it a conflict there, with him telling stuff like this? School just started. If anything, it just has only been a week. At the latest, it's been a week. Is that right? Anyway, school would have just had to start either last week or this week. So he's online crying about how the students are dumb. They don't know how to read. And I'm thinking, well, you're not even a English teacher. You're not even there to teach. So what you thought the children were going to be doing? I don't know. I just really feel like, because I watch Darius cook. He has his lives that he does, and he's local. He's in Houston, so I'm like woo woo. But I didn't know he was a teacher. I would have never thought that he would be a teacher. Okay, some people just don't need to be around children. And to me, Darius Cooks is one of them people who don't need to be around children, y'all. I'm glad it's just the extracurricular class that he teaches and not like an English, math, social studies, something, something, a subject like that. But no, No, that dude does not need to be teaching nobody children nothing because he played too much. And I don't know. Like, I know that a lot of people would say I'm not a people person. And I get that, okay? Because I can, depending on who I'm around, you may get what you get. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. So it kind of makes sense, you know? And I would say the same thing about him. I don't feel like Darius is like a people person. Like, I wouldn't put him around children. Maybe adults, maybe mostly males versus females. But I feel like that was just wrong. That's wrong. And it just makes me further think that you got to be careful when you have your children out here in these schools and they up here getting an education, or they're just going. Children don't understand the dynamics of how grown people play and how you can be manipulated, right? And not to say that he's manipulating anyone, but the vibe I get from him, because he hosts like day food events here in Houston and in other states as well. Like, he'll cook and then he'll have like an event somewhere, and then you could come to his event and you'll have music, wine, whatever, food, and it's the whole thing. And I wanted to go to it a couple of times, but I was just watching him and I just don't get the vibe that he likes women. You know how some gay men are? Like, you could tell, like, I don't know now. And it makes me feel like maybe he likes like bigger women, church going women. Maybe that's more of his speed versus just like a regular woman, a woman outside of, those being her characteristics. But I don't know. So to hear this morning that he actually teaches children, I'm like, I'm glad I ain't got no little children. I'm glad I ain't got to worry about all that, because I remember when my children were in school and I used to have to worry about their teachers. My children would come back and say what the teacher said or what happened in the school, and I would be like, oh my goodness, just pay attention. I'm putting my children on game, letting them know what's inappropriate, how people can manipulate you and all. And it's just like, he is the extracurricular teacher, and he's online complaining. Now, school just started. It's only been a week. At the most, it's been a week. At the least, it ain't even been a week yet. And he's already crying about the children can't read. And he's just so upset that he just doesn't understand. And I'm really wondering, well, what subject does he teach? And the children got to read something and they can't read it in his class. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all kids just went back to school, okay? If you have little ones, y'all be careful with y'all children in these schools around these people, because people are weird, okay? And I don't know why, but it always come up on my timeline, all these grown behind women and men who actually be having intercourse with these with these children that's in the school, that they work in. When I saw that, I was just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe he works around children. Not for anything bad, it's just because of his personality. Thank you, Lucky Gigi JJ, for subscribing to my channel. Yes, make sure, if you're not subscribed, to subscribe to my channel, okay? I really would appreciate it. I'll be back with another video soon, but y'all, I just couldn't believe that. I'm just so glad, like I said, and I do have grandchildren, and they're not school age yet, but I'm just like, homeschool. To me, it's 2026. If you can't homeschool your children or put your child in a homeschool environment, because they even have what's called like K-12. They have a couple different other schools where you don't have to be like homeschool environment. They give you the curriculum and then you just help your child get through, that course or whatever, that study for the day. Y'all get y'all children out these damn schools. Okay, I wish I would have been pulling my children out before they, got out of schools. But y'all, watch our children, okay? Give them that mindset, protect them, teach them about manipulation, okay? Of course, teach them how to be respectful, okay? And how to receive respect as well, y'all. Oh my goodness. I'll be back with another update about Mr. Darius Williams. I didn't know his name was Williams. I thought that was Darius Cooks. I did not know he worked in a school. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No. No, y'all be careful, okay? It's Thursday. Happy Thursday to everyone. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed, okay? And I was thinking I'm not going to have anyone on my live today or this early in the morning, but thank you all for joining and watching. I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. I'll be back with another video real soon, okay? And we're going to talk about what needs to be talked about. That's it and that's all. All right? Happy Thursday to you guys.